Welcome to Journey JavaFX, episode number 2. In this episode, we are going to gather all the tools we need and testing the Java JDK, make sure it works, right? And also, we are going to talk about our folder structures to organize all our works. All right, let's start right away. Okay, please go to the URL. Which is in my description section, labeled as documentation. Through the link, it should be the same one, like this. Just open your browser, copy paste in the URL, and click enter. Then you will see two folders. Since in this episode we are the number 2, right? Just go to this folder. It will has the documentation, which is the same copy as the one we are looking at here. So then in this way you will be able to find all those URLs like this I'm talking about in this episode. All right, so we are going to need 3 major components. The first one is IntelliJ. It's kind of an IDE. We're going to do programming, coding, and do a lot of amazing stuff on it. And the second one is called SimBuilder. This one is like a GUI tool which we can use to design our user interface, right? Using a GUI to design a GUI. That's pretty cool. And the third one is JavaFX library itself. All right. To get them, very simple. Copy paste the URL, open your browser, paste in the URL. This URL will bring us to the IntelliJ official homepage. If you are watching this episode in the future, so the page may look different, but the idea is supposed to be the same. Looking for the download button, then you will see we have 2 options. One is called Ultimate. The other one is called Community. We're going to use the Community one. This one is free to use. If you are curious about what's the difference between them, here is a little checklist. All right, click on the download. The process will start. It's gonna take a little while. This one is fairly big comparing to the rest. So the second component is called SimBuilder. Same idea. Copy paste the URL, paste in here, enter. This link will bring us to the official homepage of SimBuilder. Looking for the download now button. Click on it. Since I'm on Windows platform, I'm gonna download the first one. All right, this is gonna take a little while, not as long as the IntelliJ. The third component is this JavaFX library. This one is quite small but very powerful. Okay, this will bring us to the home page of JavaFX. It's the official one. Scroll down a little bit. We have the cool animation. Looking for the download and click on it. And we landing this page. Scroll down a little bit, looking for this operating system drop-down list. Choose Windows. That's the platform I'm on. And also my system is 64-bit, so I'm gonna choose the 64-bit SDK and click download. On your end, you may have a 32-bit. If so, looking for the x86 SDK. Download it. All right. While they are downloading, I'm going to talk about the folder structure for our journey. On my end, I create something like this. This one. I create a Java folder under eDrive. You can create this Java folder. I recommend you use the same name as I do. So in this way, we have much less confusion, right? Because we are working in different time, in different place, right? So we keep the naming stuff similar. It will help out in the long run, right? Throughout the whole journey. Just looking for a place where you feel comfortable to create this Java folder. This Java folder is more like a very root of our journey. Okay, we're gonna keep all the stuff we work on or all the stuff we need inside of this folder. All right, so create a Java folder. Second step is create 3 subfolders under Java. The first one I created is called Journey. This one is going to hold all our IntelliJ files, all the things we develop, we create, they are all going to be saved under journey. I recommend you use the same name to minimize the confusion. All right. The second folder is called lab. Lab stands for library. I'm just too lazy to type out the whole word, I call it lab. In this folder, we're gonna save our JavaFX SDK, right? That's the one we just downloaded, either this or this. All right. So after download this, it's gonna look like a zip folder. Simply open it, click and hold, and you drag it to our Java folder. All right, something like this. Yeah, click, hold, and drag, right? And then release your left mouse button. All right. After you do this, you will have this thing inside of lab folder, right? And the third one is called Openjdk. This one will be automatic downloaded through IntelliJ, but you gotta tell IntelliJ where you want to save this JDK. All right, it will make more sense in a little bit. All right, so for now, I assume you already finished the downloading all three things and complete the installation process. For IntelliJ and SimBuilder to install them is quite easy, all the way next to the end, and then click on finish or whatever to complete the whole thing. After you install the IntelliJ, you should be able to find an icon looks like this. Right now I'm on Windows 11, so if you are Windows 10, yeah, it may look a little different, but no big deal. Just looking for the latest one installed. It should be on top of your start menu, if I remember correctly. So find this one and click on it. This will bring up the IntelliJ welcome picture. It's pretty colorful, I like it. And then this welcome to IntelliJ window will show up. On here we're gonna do this. Oh, I already created. Just 1 second, let me delete it. So then we will see the exactly same stuff. Yeah, just delete it. Okay, so back to this window, we click on new project, and Java will be selected by default. So yeah, just keep it as Java. And over here, the project SDK, you may have a different value shows up in this drop-down list. It means you already have a Java installed on your computer, but I will recommend you to go for this download JDK. We're gonna need a Openjdk in the very end. So yeah, right now the latest version is 17, but for our purpose to make a very simple basic tool or application, I think the version doesn't really matter because we won't use those kind of high-end stuff. We are only working on the basic, so the version number, it doesn't matter. But for now I use 17. In the future, if we have a 18 or something, you can keep using the 17. So it's just align with this episode, and but a newer version shouldn't matter. Then the vendor, I choose the Oracle Openjdk. I'm not quite sure what's the difference among all these options, but yeah, I use this one quite a few times. It works for me, so I'm gonna keep using it. And then here is the location. Remember, we create 3 subfolders, right? So my named like this. I'm gonna copy paste this portion and paste it here. So then IntelliJ will download whatever the Openjdk stuff into this folder. So yeah, I prefer it in this way. On my end, I'm gonna click cancel because I already downloaded it, but on your end, you just click on download. It's gonna take, it's fairly quick. After the download, whatever the process completed, you should have this kind of 17 show up in this combo, in this drop-down list, and pick this one. All right, to make sure everything is in place, we can also go back to our folders, looking for this Openjdk folder. Double click on it. You should see, yeah, exactly same structure like this. right? If you see something like this, it means everything is okay. Now go back to this new project window. We click on next. This one, just leave it all empty. Click on next. All right, here we're gonna name our project. I recommend you name it in the same way I do. So yeah, minimize confusing in the long run. I'm gonna call it JavaFX Season 1 because we are working on the Season 1 stuff. This portion should be auto-filled. In case it doesn't, just to make sure you are saving the project in the journey subfolder we just created under Java, right? The first part, like eDrive, it could be like different on your end. You can pick a place, but keep maintaining this Java journey and same name as project names, like structure. It will help us in the long run, right? So now just click on finish. So then IntelliJ will create all those necessary folders or files, whatever is created by default. To see what we have, we can see it over here. We have idea folder, we have a SRC folder. Right now it's empty, so no matter we open it, nothing gonna happen. We have another file. This one is a more IntelliJ thing. We just leave it there. We won't manually change it or something. Just leave it there. Go back to our folder structure. Under journey, we will be able to see a folder called JavaFX Season 1. This is the one IntelliJ created for us. Once you open it, we should see exactly same files and folders, right? So now we are going to test the JDK works. We're gonna test it. To test it is very simple. Click on SRC folder. SRC stands for source. Yeah. And then right click on it, choose new Java class. For the class name, just imagine it's a file name. I'm gonna call it same name, JavaFX Season 1. Lowercase, uppercase, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, to make it a little easier to read, I'm gonna say FX larger. So yeah. All right, and then hit enter. This one will create a file. Inside of this new created file, you can see JavaFX Season 1. Yeah, it's quite simple. A public class, that's it. Inside of this, I have the code ready. Just go to my documentation, looking for a testing section, and copy paste this part. All right, Control C, and then go back, Control V. This one basically it doesn't do much. It's just oh, gotta fix this FX. Last time it was all lowercase. That's so weird. Why is duplicated? All right, now I fix it. Don't be afraid of those mistakes. We're gonna see a lot of error stuff. To debug the thing, it's part of the journey. All right, don't be scared. Okay, the program is quite simple. It's just to print out a sentence to the log, right? To run this program is fairly simple. Just click on the little green button over here and choose run, the first option. All right, so now we are looking at a output. This is the log. This window is kind of floating. We can close it. We also can open it. Where'd it go? Anyway, run it again. Okay, yeah, we see exactly sentence we want this program to print out. All right, so for now it means our IntelliJ was installed properly, and also the JDK. Since right now, how long? Oh, it's already close to 15 minutes. I'm trying to organizing all my episodes under like between 5 to 15 minutes. If it's a pure talking episode, I'm gonna keep it around 5 minutes, but for this one it's more like hands-on. I prefer the max length is about 15 minutes. So okay, In the next episode, we're gonna test out the JavaFX part. That one will be fun. All right. See you in the next one. Bye now.